Boku Hero Academia Boys and Lice.
Wait, what? He has caramel-flavored lice because they absorbed his sweat from his workouts. They're also full of nitroglycerin, so I don't know if you want to keep eating them. They're feral, like him, and if he puts his hands up in his hair, they bite him. When that happened, his face went blank, and he just won't touch his hair again unless it's to wash it. When he does wash his hair, he uses his quirk to do it in the morning, and he hesitantly hovers his hands before activating his quirk and blowing his hair up. The blonde strands that floated onto his shoulders caused him to let out a very high-pitched scream. He can hear his lice screaming as they die from his quirk. Shoto has ice-shaped lice who have adapted to the cold of his body because this boy lives on using his ice side only. They dare not go to the heat because that is death, but they will go to his mixed ketchup and mayonnaise colored baby hairs because those are like furnaces. At this point, the baby hairs look like little villages now. You like to crawl into his room when he's asleep and pick the lice out of his hair so you can use them as ice cubes for your drinks. He won't notice because he's like a bump in a log and you're like doing him a favor or whatever. He wakes up and scratches his head and it's like the apocalypse for the lice because his fingers will smush them. It's almost like the Ice Age during the times he uses his quirk for hero training and only like 1/3 of the lice survive. But don't worry, they repopulated because activities keep them warm. Midoriya's lice are as hyper as he is. They jump around his head and are soon to become Lice Pro heroes because they ate his hair and have obtained one for all too. Should Midoriya ever fall in battle, pick the lice out and eat them and the legacy that is one for all is revived. Midoriya's head lice originated from Bakugo because Kachan would get all up in his face and they needed a new taste of food. So they hippity hopped onto Midoriya's head and munched on that delicious broccoli flavored buffet. Until one day, the food became different and they all started getting powers. Midoriya's head lice is basically the mini version of how quirks came to be, except they all have the same fucking powers. They're the reason his hair is so wild because they're always hopping around on his fucking head and making a riot. Poor baby can never comb it, so he just lets it be. Trust and believe one of his lice have used one for all at 100% and flew out of his hair, landing on his hero notes. He panics and just plucks it away and is thankful that he was alone in his dorm. Speaking of riots, the manliest lice you will ever meet. They use the hair gel from his hair to keep their antennae up. They take pieces of dandruff and strands of hair and put them together to make weights, and that's how they work out. That is, if they survive how sharp his hair is every time he activates his quirk fully. They only use dude, bro, and manly. They honestly resemble Larry the Lobster due to the red dye and the workouts. They can and will become friends with Bakugo's feral lice. He mind controls his head lice so he has friends. Yes, he knows they exist because the poor boy is all alone. His head lice mind control all other head lice that look at his hair. They're lonely too, and they're antisocial. They renegade to keep themselves from falling into a crippling depression. Some of them cry while renegading. His lice are also insomniacs too, because they stay awake to keep Shinzo company. Shinzo likes to slide things into his hair to keep them hidden, and let the lice watch over them. His lice do not like Kaminari because they get electrocuted every time his lice jump into Shinzo's hair. But it's fine, because just like Kaminari, with overuse of their quirk, his lice also go stupid, and so Shinzo's lice just ignore them and let them wander into danger.